Have you ever looked at your bank balance around the 25th of the month and thought, where did it all go? You didn't buy anything huge, no big splurges, no emergencies, and yet somehow the money is just gone. If this sounds familiar, you're not bad with money. You're dealing with something far more common and far more fixable than most people realize. Welcome back to Wealthy Mind. Today, we're going to uncover the real reasons your money disappears every month, and more importantly, what to actually do about it. Let's start with the biggest culprit: small recurring expenses, sometimes called subscription creep. A streaming service here, a fitness app there, cloud storage, a music subscription, a delivery membership. Individually, each one feels insignificant. $5, $10, $15 a month. But when you add them all up, many people are stunned to discover they're spending the equivalent of a car payment every month on subscriptions they barely use, or sometimes forgot they even had. Here's why this is so dangerous psychologically. These charges are designed to be invisible. They happen automatically in the background, without requiring a decision each time. Your brain doesn't register them as spending the way it registers handing over cash because there's no active moment of choice. Over a year, even $50 a month in forgotten subscriptions adds up to $600, money that simply evaporated without a single conscious decision. The second major culprit is what behavioral economists call mental accounting. This is the tendency to treat money differently depending on where it came from or what category we've mentally assigned it, even though money is money. For example, people often treat a tax refund or bonus as extra money to be spent freely, even if they're simultaneously carrying high-interest debt. Logically, that bonus should go straight toward the debt, but mentally it feels like free money, so it gets spent on things regular income wouldn't be spent on. Before we continue, if you like our content and want to support the channel, please subscribe. Your support motivates us to create more free audiobooks and financial education for everyone. There is a revealing story often used in financial psychology discussions. Researchers gave two groups of people the same amount of money, but told one group it was a bonus and the other group it was a refund of money they'd previously overpaid. Despite receiving identical amounts, the group who saw it as a bonus tended to spend significantly more of it than the group who saw it as getting their own money back. Same dollars, different mental label, completely different behavior. The third culprit is what's sometimes called the just this once trap. This is the small voice that says, "I've had a stressful week, I deserve this," or "It's just one dinner out, it won't matter." Individually, each of these decisions is true. One dinner out genuinely won't break your finances. The problem is that just this once rarely happens just once. It becomes a pattern, especially during stressful periods, which compounds throughout the month into a much larger amount than any single decision would suggest. So what actually works? First, do a subscription audit. Once a quarter, go through your bank and card statements, specifically looking for recurring charges. Cancel anything you haven't actively used in the last month. Second, give bonuses, refunds, and unexpected money a job before it arrives. Decide in advance, debt repayment, savings, or investment. So when it lands, there's no mental accounting trap because the decision was already made unemotionally in advance. Third, use a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases over a certain amount. This doesn't mean you can never buy anything, it simply removes impulse from the equation, giving your rational brain time to weigh in before your emotional brain commits the money. And finally, track where your money actually goes, even just for 30 days, without judgment. Most people are shocked by what they find. Not because they're irresponsible, but because so much of modern spending is designed to be frictionless and forgettable. Awareness alone, without any other change, often naturally reduces unnecessary spending simply because the decisions become visible again. You're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because modern spending is designed to be invisible, and once you make it visible again, you take back control. If this video helped you see your spending differently, subscribe to Wealthy Mind for more practical money psychology, and we'll see you in the next one.